G'day, punters. We're back for week two, 2023 of All In, and once again joined by Lewis Willoughby from Sky Racing and Dean Watling from the Barrier Attendant. First of up, Louis Willoughby, how are you?
Yeah, good. Gano, good. Dino. Yep, week two. We're back. The rust has gone. The cobwebs are out, and we're hopefully finding some more winners. Gee, I don't want to, start blowing trumpets here, but we might have peaked a bit too soon. We've dead set read it like a book last week, haven't we? Coolangatta, the strip, better the autumn. I think we've set the bar too high. I don't think we can surpass that.
Pretty impressive, hasn't it, Dino? How are you?
Good morning, fellas. Yes, maybe the old Oasis Wonderwall, Louis, one-hit wonder, and now we're just going to tail her off. But no, there's no better sighting racing Gano than our good mate Lewis Willoughby, tipping winners and up and about in the group chat. He's often lost to us to F45 in the group chat, but he was up and about on Saturday, wasn't he?
He certainly was. I tell you what, I'm a bit sort of flabbergasted that you reckon Oasis only has one good song. But anyway, we'll move on from there. Punters, if you have any gripe with Dino, just chime in YouTube straight away to the comment. Make sure you are subscribing, get around it. But I reckon they've got a couple more than one, maybe just two. Full credit, yeah, we absolutely said the Nature Strip had none. And unfortunately, it hurt me to say that because that trip to the UK, I think, Louis, you did say when we were saying, back it for that race and it'll start favourite for the Everest. That trip has clearly taken some out of the horse. And Dino, you mentioned it as well. It's happened in the past. Before we go ahead, and Dino, full credit, better the autumn. It's still summer, better the autumn. Lobbed, well done. Super stuff. Question for you guys. I've got a couple of horses I'm going to throw at you. Are we penning them? Are we not? You know how I feel. Nature Strip, pen, yes or no, Dino?
Pen.
Louis?
I'm half penning it, not full.
Can we say that the only chance Nature Strip has of winning a race is if some rain comes into TJ Smith?
Yeah. Very good point.
Yeah.
All right, let's just leave it at that then. How about, well, it was a ridiculous spruik anyway, and I was on record of saying this, so it's not a like post-race expert thing. Ask Cabin.
No.
Best 3-year-old in the country, boys.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, but I can't pen it. You definitely can't pen it.
Dino?
Yeah, I'm known for having some strong statements on Twitter, and I think I posted he is the best 3-year-old after its first up win. I'm not dropping off, and I'm not getting out that statement, but I think a little bit was against, and you get a lot of ticks in its favour next start in the Randwick Guinea. So I just think it's better price. Punters cheerful.
It's interesting, isn't it, guys? So you got, and Dino, you're great with the stats, and you bring them up all the time. Godolphin 24% first up, 14% second, 26% third up. But that means that they still do get winners second up. So you can't just pen them permanently second up. But then when you get a horse that's has such a big spruik and produce good figures that then flops second up, you just think, well, where am I going to find them? Are they only in the bush or are they only in provincial and they only in the lower metros that they lob second up? Is it these big stars that do flop second up? And we're going to get to a horse in secret soon that'll be second up. Can't wait to see. But what do we do, Dino? It's a complete grey up.
Yeah, I think the thing that we take out of that is they won with that horse first up. So that's probably potentially moving forward. That's the profile we suggest they might flop second up. I think when they win second up, it's potentially unlucky or a run maybe that they should have won or they're going to win next start off. So maybe when they do place or look like winning first up, they can then win second up. Whereas if they have a big peak, which Afcappen did first up, I think that's maybe when we drop off second up. But it's fascinating. I think the other thing too, he raced really fresh first up. Like he was on the bit hard. I think Anna Vista, which we'll touch on soon, is a perfect example of that. She trialled and jumped out really fresh and absolutely bolted first up. She's going to be flat second up. No questions asked for mine. I think she's going to be well found and probably touch under, and then we'll peak third up. So I think that's what we do.
Louis, got an opinion on Aft Cabin?
Yeah, I think it's all a bit. It's way too much. I don't know. I'm trying to say the reaction's been too big. The horse, like
overreaction.
They're not machines, mate. They sat 3 wide on a good speed and knocked up. They can't all be Winks and Black Caviar. Like I think people now going. Not even the best Godolphin. Like, just let's all settle down. You're going to get a better price next start. The horse is clearly very, very good. I think people love to go from high to low really quick with these spruik horses.
Well, you see that with the Australian cricket team, don't you? After one innings, we're on. They've made the best decision ever. And then after the second innings, they're absolutely hopeless and they've got none. Like, it's an emotional roller coaster. I sit back and I watch it and you dead set, you'd be in the cupboard, just lock yourself in the cupboard. But Louis, what I will say to you is that they do it, a lot of these people, us punters, we do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
The horse started at $1.50 a 5 or $1.50. I'm sorry, but I don't care if you've sat on speed. The horses that beat it weren't that good. And, geez, it's popped.
Yeah.
No. Ospenko is a Group 1 horse, out and out Group 1 horse. I think the horse is behind the Two Tiger. Have you seen his trials? It's come back a very good horse. I think the Zoo Tiger's a good horse.
You could say the same thing about I Wish I Win. We're all spruiking it, and it finished alongside Bellany Patina and a few others. Like everyone's saying, how good's that? But if we're talking about who it ran alongside, you could say it's a pretty similar comparison to Aft Cabin. They run alongside.
For mine, Aft Cabin's gone. I didn't like it at all. You boys are with it. I think that's great. Can't wait to see.
Love it.
In Secret is the best 3-year-old in the country. Right, let's do some all in plays, Louis.
Yeah, all right. We'll start at Sandown. Let's go to the Blue Diamond. So we've got 5 Group 1s this weekend over 2 venues. It's going to be a really big week. Blue Diamond, first of the Group 1s for the 2-year-olds, 1,200 metres. It's this 2-year-old market, as we keep saying, is chopping and changing all the time. It's really hard to figure out who the real elite is. Will we get a better picture here for the slipper? Who knows? Barber's the $5.50 favourite. Steel City at $6. Brave Halo Don Corleone at $8 and $8.50. The Instructor's also at $8.50. Little Bros starts them at double figures at $11. Dino, for the Blue Diamond, who's your pick?
Yeah, I think my 2 picks are Steel City and the Instructor. Steel City has that really good learning to fly form. Blinkers go on here. Just needs to draw a gate. 1,200 metres. It's going to be so crucial. It's around a bend. It's no more shoot. And I think the Instructor's got that lovely unbeaten profile. Steps up to the mark every time they raise the bar. Extremely good gate speed, which I think it's so crucial. I think they're going to ride it with a touch with a sit, which I think the horse will be better. So if I'm betting to the race, I think you probably get the same price as Saturday, but Steel City and the Instructor for me, Louis.
Beautiful. Gano?
That race will be around the late side, Dino. If they ride the Instructor with a sit, fair income, I'll give up.
Not like a proper sit, it's not. It's let in. It's both wins. Okay, they can sit it just in behind the speed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Fair income fall off my chair if that's the decision they make. But look, good luck to them. I think the horses continue to improve and risen to the bar every time. Really interested to see a horse like Don Corleone just completely forgotten. It's like, this is grand final for a grand final stable. I get Steel City, should be thereabouts. Comes to the right form lines, blinkers go on. Barber's done nothing wrong, and the form will just keep stacking up behind Barber. I tell you what, I won't be having a bet until we see the barrier draw, and if I can see some those middle barrier draws, and if I can get a horse like Don Corleone or a horse like Steel City that draws well, I probably lean towards those two. But let's just wait and see for the barrier draw, guys. It's a really, really open race. I just think that if they want to win the race with the Instructor, it has to be in the top 4 in the run.
You're right in terms of the barrier draw. Really echo that now that we're at Sandown and not at Caulfield. It's a good race because we all have different opinions. I'm with Little Bros and Brave Halo. I was really bullish on Little Bros first up, just missed behind Barber. That was in the prelude. It might seem obvious, but 6 of the last 8 winners of this have come through a prelude, either for the boys or the girls. So it's the race you want to be following. 1,200 metres now, yes. The horses flying. Its jump outs into this prep were enormous. And I think just this step up in distance, second up, I think Little Bros is a great price at the double figures. And Brave Halo for mine as well. SP favourite in that prelude, the horse from Perth. I think you'd have to take something out of that. Was just cluttered up the whole way, caught in between and in behind horses, was untested over the line. I think the fact that it started favourite against all them, you definitely have to take something out of it, seeing that it didn't have the best run in transit and didn't get a whole lot of room. So I think it's been forgotten as well. Little Bros and Brave Halo for me in the Blue Diamond for 2023. The second of the Group 1s at Sandown. And to be honest, it's my pick of the Group 1s overall this weekend. It is an absolute
entire autumn
cracker. Yeah, 100% could be. Oakley Plate, handicap 1,100 Group 1. Let's take a look at the market. Asfura is a $5 chance. $6 about I Am Me and Lofty Strike. Star Patrol at $7. Chain of Lightning 8 and Uncommon James is a $9 chance. A few of those at double figures are doubtful, such as Coolangatta, Buenos Noches. They're about the $15 mark. So I'm kind of playing in those single figure ranges.
What happened to Rockin' Horse?
Well,
It's going here.
It's going, but it's not in this.
It's on the markets, and it was in the markets earlier, so it suggested it might not be going.
And nor
I think
is
it's
on the lead, who is I thought would go too, but he's not in the market either.
Yeah, I think Rockinghorse. Well, it's got Jamie Mott booked 58 kilos. It's the top horse, scratched out of the weekend's race. 1100 meters, a lot better. So I think I'm sure I heard it's going here.
Yeah, that was the plan, but it's been removed from the market, Dino. So let's roll without it. I'll tell you, I'll kick off here. I reckon Uncommon James is the horse that I want to be with. Probably the most progressive type, big spruik out of the stable as well. Chain of Lightning was, remind me, boys, badly held up last start, had his chance. Craig Williams aboard, not without a chance as well. I'll tell you what I'd love to see. I'd love to see Masked Crusader put a run in. I won't be tipping it, but I'd just love to see that.
Dino?
Yeah, good point, Gano. I think there's going to be absolute stack of speed in this race. And I really like the Lotley race commodity here. I think Marabi won it last year, 54, Portland Sky, 50, Celebrity Queen, 53, Pippi, 52, Booker, 52. So I'm really arrowing in at the bottom of the market. I think a horse by the name of Star Patrol was phenomenal first up in a really good race. I think it's going to get probably the run of the race if it draws out, a lot of speed down the outside. I think IME's a touch forgotten now, but he's short enough in the market. But I think they're the two that I'd arrow in at to run over the top. I think it's just going to be so much speed, and they're going to be charging home like we saw that Lofty Strike did first up off a moderate tempo in that 1100 metres race. So they're the two I'm chiming into, boys. Looking at the horses right down in the weights, Louis.
Yep, similar. I could almost put all these in a hat and pick one out and be happy with whoever I landed on. It's just I am a big fan of all of them, and it made it really hard to choose. I landed on IME only because I was spruiking that I thought it was a Group 1 horse a few seasons ago, or a season, and even this time last year, and I want to stick by that and see it win one. It's had 7 weeks between runs. A Cranbourne jump out behind Passive Aggressive was really strong. As you mentioned, Dino, Jamie Carr, 52 kilos. I think it's a Group 1 opportunity here for IME. That is taking nothing away from Asfura. Lofty Strike was massive. Star Patrol, you mentioned, was huge. Uncommon James, completely forgotten, probably at $9. Ethan Brown, best jockey in Australia.
Completely forgotten. And Louis, I'm glad you mentioned it because I was going to bring it up. I think you may have just missed one word there. Potentially the most in-form jockey in Australia.
Yeah, inform the best, whatever you want to. You guys figure it out.
You do you, Louis. You do you, brother.
I love you, Louis.
Yeah.
Righto, boys. The Futurity Stakes is a massive race coming up, and there's some real Group 1 competitors there. What do you got for us, Lou?
Yeah, Futurity. Let's take a look at the market. So we're back to Sydney. I'm Thunderstruck 450, Alligator Blood 5, Jackano 6, Brightside and Nugget 7, Gentleman Roy with Zaki at $8, and Artorias is an $11 chance. No real opinion here for me. I'll just get myself out of the way. I would like to see Gentleman Roy win because of what happened last time around. Anyone else? Dino?
Yeah, 100% agree. I like the horse. I think it's come back much, much better this preparation. He's on Thunderstruck becoming a bit of a nonny guy. It's like he's always in the market. He needs a lot of luck. I just think working around him's a good idea for me. If I was to have a bet here, it'd be Brightside or Gentleman Roy. Up on pace, more than likely now second up, Mr. Brightside. He was really good first up, and Gentleman Roy, exactly where that horse is going to be. Hayes are going good, can hold a good clip out in front and just hold on for your hats late. So they're the two for me, Gunnar.
I've got a few questions for you, lads. Just sort of, Dino, probably more you in particular here, in regards to how a few horses are trialled. So can I just kick off with Zaki, mate?
Zaki, really good first up trial. Second one, massive concern. I wouldn't be too concerned. It's a nation horse which don't trial good, but this horse is a Group 1 trialer. So I'm very, very concerned. I'm not even sure they go to this race with Zaki. I think the Canterbury Stakes is potentially where they go. So, but I am concerned with Zaki. Gunno?
Yeah, cool. And you got Alligator Blood first up, right? We'll be ready for the All-Star Mile, so there's risk there. Look, I'll be with Thunderstruck, guys. I think I'm Thunderstruck will be. We'll see the best version of it second up. You'll get around the $4.50. I can't possibly with Nugget. Every possible. Mr. Brightside could be another one. Jackano, supposedly they told me the best 3-year-old in the country, obviously not without a chance. But if I had to have an early pick, I'm Thunderstruck would be it.
Yeah, Jackano's obviously going to the Oz Guineas the week after, so he won't be there. I think the other big question mark is My Oberon, who was absolutely phenomenal first up for Neesham on Cox Plate Day. Ethan Brian, Australia's most informed jockey on board. So good little race. I don't know if that suits on Thunderstruck though, Gunnar. The small field, is there enough tempo? That's my query on it, but good race again.
Do you think there'd be, Louis, do you think that gives it a greater opportunity though, Dino? Because small field is not going to be that far off it. Price wants the horse to be ridden more aggressively. Jamie's on. Yeah. Jamie's always putting the horses in the race.
Barrier, very key then to allow them to do it.
And where do you think the pace is? Because there's kind of enough pace here, right? You got Alligator Blood's going to roll forward. You got Gentleman Roy's going to roll forward.
Yeah, good point. In the same sense, do they then not take each other on and turn it into a sit and sprint and use their horses to their advantage? I'm not sure. But that's another probably good point. Is there going to be a spot for my Thunderstruck to slot in, even if you've got Blood going forward, Gentleman Roy, Tuvalu, Nugget? Fascinating race. And like you said, I think the map's the biggest thing when you're going to chime into Thunderstruck.
Beautiful. And there's the last one in Sydney, Louis, the Surround Stakes. We're going to have a look at that. Obviously, there's no market out for the Chipping Norton yet.
Yeah, correct. 1,400 metre Group 1, 3-year-old fillies. And In Secret, no surprise, his favourite here at $2.20. So you got your $4.50. Sunshine in Paris, $6. Ruthless Dame, $10. Fireburn, She's a Belter at $13. Gano?
Gee, she's back. In Secret. Second up, real concern, as Dino has alluded to in the past, the second up Godolphin record. If there's a time she'll get beat, it could be on Saturday, but I don't think it will. She was so impressive last start. A little bit slow away. I just went through her gears, nice and easy. Now she didn't panic, did his thing, got the job done. It's all blue skies from here. I don't see how she regresses off that, because it's not the type of run where she was just wasn't the aft cabin type of run that we saw on Saturday, was it?
Nah, I think that's the best point you've made there, Gano. It wasn't like a massive peak first up. She sort of missed the kick and sort of did it within herself. So I think there's improvement. 1,400 metres. She's got this horrible habit at the minute of missing the kick. I think that's the only knock for her. Zugotch had a temperature and had a setback. Massive query there. But who rides In Secret? I think Nash is out. Potentially.
Huey's on.
Oh, well, that's a big...
And he's low flying. It's funny. We were talking about, we had this discussion about J-Mac being one of the best jockeys in the world. People were saying, Zach. Huey goes over there, dominating.
Bit of tempo, and Huey just laps it up.
He rode 3 on Sunday night, and at least 2 of them that I remember when I was on Sky One were double figures. And they, like a better word, they pissed in. So
to steal one from me mate, Dean Watling, H. Bowman, cheat code.
Cheat code, yeah. Hong Kong cheat code.
What do you like here, Louis? Interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I can't add much more within Secret. It was a big win in the light fingers. One that, just like Nikita Jane did back in 2019 before winning this, so the profile stacks up. Was beaten a lip, the only other attempt at 1,400 metres. That one is in a Group 1 Golden Rose. Can't wait to see it back at 1,400. I think there's a possibility with a Canterbury, Group 1 Canterbury around the other side of this, that maybe you could have a little nibble at Madame Pommery and Revolutionary Miss, just in case a few at the top don't come here. Revolutionary Miss and Madame Pommery in that same light fingers were their splits home, especially Revolutionary Miss, which is actually the $21 roughie compared to Madame Pommery at 15. I think it was huge through the line, and about $5 a place. I can't see it going backwards up to 1,400 metres. So
I love that, Louis. And there's not a big field, sort of, at least in this, the early suggested jockey bookings and things like that. Madame Pommery, though, one question I got for you, Dino, was very big. Is that a typical Waller first up run, second up flat, goes again?
Yeah, I think that's the concern. And obviously one of Guinea's over 1,600 metres, but it was really good over 1,400 metres. So it just grades you up. I love Waller second up, 3 weeks between runs. 2 weeks between run is my concern. I think another one out of that race first up was A Lot More Love, was absolutely phenomenal out the back. It's around 51s and 14s a place. I think if it goes there, which I'm not too sure, it could run a bottler at $14 a place. I think that's maybe the way you play the race, boys. Like Louis mentioned, a couple of place odds wide, but Madame Pommery was really good, I thought too, Louis.
Yeah. Now, we got no market for the
Chipping Norton.
The Chipping Norton.
The Animo Stakes.
Animo was very short favourite. Do we have an opinion? There's Hinged, Fangirl, a few others there probably going.
Animo will win. And all things being equal, I notice there's a lot of potters of Animo saying, "Oh, geez, had a dream." The horse just does what it needs to do to win.
It's a fascinating horse. Like, you'd think with its run it had last start, it'd put up 3-4 lengths, but it just gets to the front and knows where to win, conserve energy. Fascinating race if Fangirl goes there. I think if Fangirl draws a better gate, dry track, she's come back a lot better, whereas probably Animo's come back touch better. If they go battle down the straight, what a spectacle. But no real betting prospects for me.
If Fangirl goes past Animo, I'll just give it up.
Oh, last time you said this, Gannon, was Giga kicked me the Everest to walk home. So be careful with
all right,
those
boys,
statements.
let's wrap it up. Best all-in play of the weekend. I'm going to go with the In Secret around the $2.20. You don't get a great price, so, you can't really run into that and, spruik it, but I think In Secret will get the job.
I'll go next. Gee, it's a hard week to go best all-in. I'll go best all-in, Oakley Plate. Oakley Plate, best all-in for me is Star Patrol.
Yeah, love it, Louis.
I'm going to stick with Little Bros in the diamond each way.
Ooh, I like that, Louis.
I like this horse, this prep anyway. I wasn't a massive fan of its first prep, just in terms of the numbers it put up, but I really like the way it's progressing. And in what is a very, very even Blue Diamond, let's be honest, there's no standout. I can't see why this can't run a good race, especially if it draws well and gets a good card in off a hot speed. So, yeah, I have to be with Little Bros each way.
Super stuff, and I think we nailed a few midweek best bets last week. Dominated there. Dean Watling, what do you got for your midweek best bet?
Oh, Jesus. Go to Louis first, please. I'm just getting mine now.
Louis? Midweek best bet, brother.
If you go to Dino first, please. I'm just getting mine up now.
Actually. Oh, no, I got one. No, I got mine. Sorry. I'll go Tuesday. Wyong, race number 3, horse number 7, Eagle Nest. Now with Ryan and Lexio stable. Trial is absolutely elite. Maps perfectly. $3.50 around that mark. It will be winning Tuesday. Race 3, number 7, Wyong. Louis.
Yep, I'll go Sale Wednesday. Race 4, number 2, River Rivel. Anthony and Sam Friedman's horse. No jockey book yet, so little concern it might not be going. But if it is there, it has to be better than him. So if it's there, get on.
I'm with my mate Dino. I saw the tip come across and I went and I tried to find every possible way to pot it, every way I could go find a way to lay it. How could this horse get beat? Well, its trial behind Divots was just phenomenal. I don't think it can get beat. I'm with you,
No
Dino.
way. You've got all week and you've dead set land on a Tuesday at Wyong with me. Oh, God.
Hey.
Well, you're in good form, so I like that.
Actually, here we are. Boys, thank you so much. Until we'll be back next week, leave your comments. Make sure you're subscribing on the YouTube page. Thank you very much, Louis and Dino.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, fellas.